storyline that we are upset and we are angry that they are going to other countries for those women, because we not. Because we're done with these men.
Man needs to be needed sometimes to feel that they are important.
If your man's brother tried to would you tell your man? Depends if the brother was hot.
Traditional women expect you to commit.
And I think the reason why men from Western countries choose to find a wife here in the Philippines, because we are not terrible.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's get it.
Video going around where American women are getting kind of upset that men are leaving them.
Sure. Take them. Please take them. I promise you we don't care. We don't care at all. So please take all of them. Like, I hope they get their passports and they jump on the next plane and run to you.
This thing disturbing. If you didn't care, why would you take the time, throw your body on, take the time to actually sit there and record? Exactly. Man.
So when you get him and you see why we don't care,
Crazy, I swear I don't love the drama. It loves me.
because we don't. Like, I don't know where y'all getting this storyline that we are upset and we are angry that they are going to other countries for those women, because we not.
Okay.
Because we're done with these men. Like, we really don't want them. So let them come over there and let them do that nonsense to y'all. They run into y'all because they understand that you guys will be on that traditional stuff. And American women have realized that the traditional way of living does not benefit women. It just benefits men.
It just benefits men, right? And I hate to do this, but you hear the background sound like a bunch of kids. Sound like she got the single baby mama syndrome. So I understand why you can't be submissive. You know, you're chasing all those kids, and
So take them. Let them run them games on y'all. And if you want to, you can send your men over here since they are traditional as well and they like to pay bills.
these guys just they don't get it. You know, those attitudes that they have, it just doesn't work on foreign men. Now, if we're going over there to get the woman, right? And the woman, as you see it, right? You say that, okay, they're traditional. So obviously they're like that because they were the men over there. Why would they accept the opposite? Guys are not accepting that.
Why you men like women like this? I need this. I need that help. Is she a kid? She can't work and have his own money for his own? Okay, you should be really proud of yourself if you are an independent woman who's working so hard to provide for your own needs. But then, in some cases or in some relationship like mine, the guy is the provider and the wife, me, a woman, is the homemaker.
Women over there believe in that. Now, another argument women like to say, oh, well, you can't afford it. It's not that guys can't afford it. It's that women can't live with the minimum. What I mean by that, right? If you're trying to progress, right? They say they want guys that are doing this, trying to get the bag, right? So if a guy's trying to progress, is that guy going to waste a whole bunch of money? I don't know, because I've been in a situation like that before. I'm trying to progress, but women want to waste money to keep up with the Joneses. When you leave, guys are finding women that are not so much on that. They can care less about a Gucci, Fendi product. I'm not saying most women back home do, but women get caught up in looking at other people living their life and seeing these TV shows and want to duplicate it.
Facts. And the reason why the occupation called housewife exists because some women like myself chooses to be a housewife. And I think the reason why men from Western countries choose to find a wife here in the Philippines, because we are not terrible. Damn! We are wife material.
I like her.
I also think the reason why men from Western countries choose to find a wife here in the Philippines because we don't act way too independent. We don't act like, I don't need you to do that. I don't need you to do that.
Now, you know, don't be wrong. You have independent women everywhere. I've been in the Philippines for years, and there are a lot of independent women here. But is it anything like back home? No, it's not. So, guys, it's worth it to take the chance. That's why guys are doing it.
I don't need you to buy that. I don't need you to do this for me because I can do that myself. Man needs to be needed sometimes to feel that they are important. It boosts their confidence. It boosts their self-esteem because they are needed. That will make them more masculine. And I just let my husband do whatever he wants to provide for me in our relationship because that's what he thinks his role in our marriage. And let me tell you this, even we might be more expensive than the woman there in Western countries, but we are more worth it because we know how to love and we know how to care for our man.
Emotional damage.
And sometimes we need to learn the word joke and the word prank because...
And that's the thing, right? They say it's a cheaper to keep a situation. I don't expect guys to get involved with a cheaper to keep it, where they're just coming over here buying woman stuff. But women say, oh, the woman over there don't want money. They poor. No, women want money everywhere, but they're bringing value with it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a difference.
That was just a prank in the last video. I never asked my husband in that kind of manner because I respect my husband so much. I don't really ask my husband for anything that is not really important. And just an addition lang, no, for everybody that might think that I'm planning to just remain dependent for my entire life sa akong bana for my husband, because I am not planning to be dependent forever. We have our own plans and I don't have to explain that to you guys. So there you go. Take her, take it.
So she said it. So on to the next video.
My opinion, I don't have a problem with it. My opinion is that a lot of guys make the mistake of bringing the girl back to America. Don't do that. You get westernized instantly. Strong correlation between a foreign woman's ability to speak English and how feminized brain. It's good English. She's probably digested all of that content. If you go overseas and you find a nice Colombian, Brazilian, or Ukrainian, or whatever the hell, build a family there. Don't bring her back to what's gonna fuck.
Yeah, he's right. He said, build a family there. Don't bring him back. Now you do get situations. You'll find a woman that's a diamond in the rough, and you can bring her back. But do you really want to get corrupted in that system, and also where it's much more expensive and you got to pay extra for good food? Like, let me give you an example. Where I am right now, right? I can go to the store. I can go and get some potatoes right now. About 5 potatoes for 60 cents, right? 5 potatoes for 60 cents. I'm just doing some numbers out there. And those potatoes are regular grown potatoes, no GMO. So I'm eating better, right? So what happens usually with guys, they go to other countries, they eat better, it's cheaper, they're living better. Now, guys, there's a lot of guys that are not leaving just because it's cheap. Guys are living because of peace.
You can't put a price on peace of mind.
So if you're in a situation where the woman is not super materialistic, right? Now you're in a position where it's like, okay, you know what? I can save some ducats and plan for other things, right? And do other things to keep making myself better and make our relationship better. That's why guys are leaving.
This is the way.
And man, I'll tell you this. I've been out the country for 8 years. And the peace, man, is something else.
If your man's brother tried to would you tell your man? Depends if the brother was hot.
He belongs to the street.
What if the brother was hotter than your man?
I'd probably do it. I mean,
You would him?
yeah, I definitely have like a guilty conscience. I'm sure I'd feel bad about it afterwards, but if I found the brother more attractive, then...
What if you and your man were together for 2 years?
Now, see, I'm not pointing this video out to... I'm just saying, now this is starting to turn into almost a majority. And you guys know what I'm talking about.
Would you still do it?
I don't know. I mean, I would probably at least want to. Feel like I want to, and I shouldn't, then I would just leave the relationship. Worth it.
Or you'd like go home and do it later?
Yeah.
If you are looking for a traditional woman, but you don't have a passport because you ain't got... I'll tell you where you can find one. One of 2 places. First place you can find a traditional woman is at the church.
Number one. Now, man, at the church nowadays, that's what the modern women are. You seen what T.D. Jakes said, right? And then half the women left his congregation. But let's go.
Second place you can find a traditional woman is at the mosque. The women that will cook and clean for you, be modestly dressed, not be out in the streets, not have random men in their phone every day, and so on and so forth. All the things that you guys consider traditional are either at the mosque or at the church.
See, now, of course, I'm all about religion, right? I go to church myself. But guys are trying to find something feminine and delicate, right? I'm gonna let her finish because she says a lot more, and what she says after this just really didn't make any sense. Let me let her finish.
But, and here's the but, because you knew a but was coming. Traditional women expect you to commit. That means you gotta go talk to her dad, and her dad has to like you, and then you gotta get a ring and put it on her finger.
That's what we do.
ASAP. I'm cleaning up my entire room right now. I don't care about what the background looks like. But all I'm saying is, if you're not willing to commit, put a ring on a woman's finger, go talk to her dad. Then stop asking for traditional women. Go look for them at the mosque or at the church, and go put a ring on it. Or hush. Hush!
Presumptuous.
My response to that, guys are doing it. That's what the whole passport bro movement is about. You have some guys that are doing it pay for play, and some guys that are just playing, finding women to be with. But a lot of guys are leaving and finding. Facts. But you already know, guys, it's more to life.